Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. I am Zhong, the owner of a Zhong Cage Fighting Series. Right next to me, I have Supreme Rudy Perez, officially signed today. Will be competing on our upcoming event, August 20, in the heart of San Francisco, Kezar Pavilion. Now, Rudy, let's introduce you to all the MMA fight fans out there. Where are you coming from, and what got you into martial arts?
Well, Zhong, I'm actually coming from SoCal, San Bernardino, California. San Bernardino County, actually. We should say. I grew up out here in San Jose, on the east side of San Jose, which that's where I was actually introduced to the sport of sand show.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
So,
that's
yeah.
my native style as well, as a striking, as a sand show.
Yes, sir.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Now,
and that was under Kung Lee. Yeah,
wow, so way back, huh?
Way back, yes, sir.
You still keep in touch with Kung?
I actually do. I keep in touch with him, like via Instagram and things like that. So, and I see that his son Anthony is doing a lot of work. I remember when Anthony was just a baby. Now he's out there, doing his thing.
Kicking ass.
Oh yeah, following his dad's footsteps. I love it. It's definitely something I love to see.
Almost every coach, they have a dream to have the next generation take over the father's footstep. It's kind of pretty awesome now. Now, this is a big moment for you, Rudy. You're making your MMA debut. Do you have any other fight before?
You know what? Like I said, I was introduced to the sport of sand show. In which case, I did compete in a few sand show tournaments, Born to Fight as well. I did a few of those tournaments. Did a few smokers also. A little bit of Savat as well over at AKA, American Kickboxing Academy. Shout out to them. Shout out to Coach Javier as well, and the entire team. I also did a little bit of Muay Thai. My last bout of course I was a lot younger at the time, was the Asian Heritage Festival out here in San Francisco. That was my last Muay Thai. I think my third Muay Thai belt that I did. Yep, and it was versus Team USA. Shout out to them too.
How many years ago was that?
Well, I started fighting, I believe, my dad took me to Kung's gym, I believe when I was about 8 or 9. I don't really remember the age. And I believe I trained until I was about like my early teen years, and then I took a break of it, and life got to me as I got older, just experiencing life, and here I am again, I'm making this a career, and this is my dream. And the day that I had stepped into Kung's gym and, ranked up in belts and competed, I knew that this sport was for me. I knew that this is what I was born to do, especially after my first Born to Fight. It really made me feel like this is what I am destined to do. So when I got back into the sport, I said, you know what, it's time to put my big boy pants on and, just go out there and get it and chase my dreams.
Yeah. This is the first MMA fight. Is the historically you're making history for yourself?
Oh yes, 100%.
This is an exciting moment now. Talk a little. You definitely, one thing about you have more tattoo than any fighter on this upcoming card. Like, you got tattoos on your face, on your neck.
Yeah.
I can't even ask you more. Like all there's a meaning on the tattoo. So you tattoo artist?
No, I actually it's funny that you say that, because I used to always tell myself I'm never gonna get tattoos because it's funny, because when you're growing up, I grew up with my dad in San Jose, and shout out to my dad, man. My dad, I love my dad. He's everything to me. Showed me a lot of respect, a lot of discipline. Taught me how to respect people, look at them in their eyes when I talk to them, or even just shake their hands, things like that. And so my dad was always a guy that was like, hey, remember what I told you? Remember what I told you? And he used to always, when he would speak to me, I used to look at things a little differently. I'll never get tattoos, or I'll never do this, I'll never do that, But as I got older and, I started seeing people with tattoos, and I just was like, you know what? I want to do it. So yeah, and honestly, and just one more thing, and it's a little sensitive, a little, but the only reason why I went to my neck and I went to my face was I was never gonna do my neck, but back in 2013 on March 4th, I had twins March 2nd, and one of my daughters passed away on March 4th.
Shoot.
Yeah, due to gastroschisis, and so my neck is dedicated to her, and so I never was gonna touch my neck, but when my daughter passed, it kind of I just wanted to show the love, and I wanted people
good
to see it.
Memory,
good memory, for my daughter. So this,
Sorry
you
to
know,
hear that.
of course, for the destiny and the legacy, but also I'm doing this for my daughter.
So you got twins, and one of them
Twins,
has,
yeah,
and
one
the
of
other
them,
one is
yeah,
still
yeah.
around.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
that's
Yeah.
pretty awesome.
Yeah,
Well,
so.
I can see the March 4th, 2013.
Yeah.
That's
Yes,
pretty
sir.
awesome.
Yes, sir.
That's a little historical right here.
Yeah.
Now this upcoming opponent, also making his MMA debut, and Felix, I can't pronounce his last name.
Consigua, I believe.
Consigua.
Yeah, I believe so. Yes,
And he's
sir.
a Mexican, been around for a few years and don't speak much English, so I have to have a translator actually the interview.
Yeah.
And then are you, what nationalities are you?
I am actually Mexican. Yeah.
Oh, shoot,
I believe he
so,
said he was from Guatemala.
Guatemala.
Guatemala. Yeah, he's Guatemalan. That's awesome
So
though.
Latin versus
Yeah.
Latin.
He's real foreign, I was born in the States, but
Right.
mucho gusto, Felix. I'm excited. I wish you the best of luck, and we're gonna go out there and we're gonna do our best, man, 100%.
Now, how do you prepare for someone that you never met before, you never seen him fight, and you don't really know much about him, and as far as like the backgrounds and martial art? How do you prepare for someone like him?
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be honest. I did a little bit of research. Of course, I think that's something that a lot of fighters would do. So when I did my research, I seen a little bit of the jiu-jitsu background. In which case, I'm well-rounded. Even though I was introduced to the sport of Sancho, I wrestled under Sam Spangler. Shout out to Sam Spangler.
Oh yeah, a long time.
Yeah,
veteran.
Oh yes, 100%. Yeah. So I wrestled under Sam Spangler. And I still continue to wrestle to this day. Shout out to my cousins, Arnold and Albert. They're known as the Perez brothers, wrestlers as well. So they're actually the coaches of Kung also.
Oh,
So
wow.
So we're all like in that little realm, and so I've had the wrestling experience. So I know that in order to get to the ground, you got to get there first.
Right.
And so I honestly wherever the fight goes, I'm ready for. So having that experience, and then honestly just really working more of my ground game. I'm going to be coaching. I'm actually going to start training with Checkmat Corona. So shouts out to them as well, under Jimmy Tap. So
That's pretty awesome. So you prepare for his ground game.
yes, sir. But also, doing jiu-jitsu under, Kung and, Allen, and also, Ant Dog over at Ant Dog's MMA, my coach Ant. So it's, it's been really good, and as well as at Hill's training, doing my wrestling, getting my wrestling in, kickboxing, Muay Thai, jiu-jitsu, everything. So we're well-rounded, man.
Now I asked him like how you feel about this fight, and then his coach fight your coach, and then I'm like, wow, both your coaches fight each other on the event before. Now both coaches' student fight again, and he say, wow, my coach beat him once already. I'm sure you're watching the interview. What you think of that?
Felix, he's a really good guy. I feel the energy. He did mention that he has family out here, has a wife, has a daughter, and that, I love that. That's a big thing for me, and I love the humbleness that he has. But one thing that did rub me wrong was about the student is going to beat his student, and it's just at the end of the day, I'm in this sport because I love it, and I know what comes with it, and I know this for a fact. Once that cage closes, once you're in the ring, your coaches can't fight for you. You're on your own, and so it's go time, and I'm excited and I'm ready, and it really just let's go out there and have some fun,
Now, if your opponent Felix watching this interview, what do you have to say to him in Spanish?
Ah, man, I don't really have anything to say, man. I just dale ganas, and let's go out there and have fun.
That's it.
Yes, sir. That's it.
Two unknown fighters that just make their statement on August 20th.
Yeah.
Now, do you have any special loved ones, training partner, coaches, supporters that you want to shout out to?
I want to shout out to Hill's training. My coach Isaiah Hill, such an amazing guy. He coached me as a child, when I was a kid, and he's coaching me now. I also want to give a big shout out to my boxing coach, DeMarcus, my other boxing coach, Noor. They're over at Self-Made Training Facility in SoCal, actually, in the city of Corona. and they're both my boxing coaches as well. And just give a shout out to my cousins and my fiance's brother, because he's he came to the gym and wrestled with me, did a little bit of rolling, a little bit of jiu-jitsu, and he had like a little bit of a jiu-jitsu background. So we had some fun, and my cousins, they'll come and they'll wrestle with me too. So. Yeah, and as well as my uncle Michael Evias, he's actually a Muay Thai champion himself, so he's trained me a bit as well. So big shouts out to them.
Look like you have a lot of entourage people surrounding you to help you to prepare for
100%, and big shout out to Andog. When I was getting ready for my fight last year, the one that I wasn't able to make it to because of my appendicitis, I want to give a huge shout out to Anthony Figueroa. Anthony Jr. I want to give a big shout out to all you guys over at Andogs MMA, because you guys, definitely help me out as much as you can, and we're always going to continue to do so because we are a team.
That's pretty awesome. Now, if people want to get a hold of you, buy a ticket, come watching you fight, support you, how can people contact you?
You guys can contact me on my Instagram, Supreme Rudy MMA. Also, you can contact me on my personal cell. You're more than welcome to. So, yeah, hit me up, DM me anytime.
What do you do for work, Rudy?
I'm actually a personal trainer over at Self-Made Training Facility. It's one of my sponsors, and also shout out to my sponsors. I want to thank Frank at Frank Mercury Asset Management Inc. for sponsoring me, as well as Miguel Aguilar and the entire family over at Self-Made Training Facility. That is actually the gym that I do personal training at. So we're a private training facility over in Corona, and we're actually like pretty well known around the States, Self-Made Training Facility Inc. So a big shout out to them, and for giving me the opportunity to even just run a business inside of their gym is always the best.
That's pretty awesome.
Oh yes.
Well, for more information about this upcoming fight card, check out DragonHouseMMA.com. This event's live stream pay-per-view on all different devices: computer, laptop, cell phone, you name it.
Yes,
so
sir.
order your live stream pay-per-view on DragonHouseMMA.com. Please help me to grow my YouTube channel. Subscribe my YouTube channel, people. Just click the like button and then make your comments and all that on my videos. So that will be awesome. Follow me on Instagram. After the August 20 event, the next one's gonna be November 12th. And make sure you guys stay tuned.
Yes,
another huge stack card is coming out. So August 20, over 25 on the card. Don't miss it. And make sure you guys subscribe and follow and show up, support your local fighters. Now, any last word you want to say to anyone out there, or anybody had caught your eye that you want to fight in the future?
Anyone that's caught my eye that I want to fight in the future? No, sir. Nobody at all. As of right now, I am making my amateur debut, but I do want to put on a show in case there are other people watching, including scouts from, different organizations, Bellator, UFC, Dana White's Contender Series, things like that. Those are some things that, like I mentioned, I want to make this a career. This is, my dream. This is something that I've always wanted to do. And I'm here and I'm actually doing it, and I do want to give a big shout out to my girlfriend, fiance, whatever you guys want to call it,
partner.
man. My partner, the love of my life, the woman. I'll swim across the sea for this woman. She's honestly, Steph, I love you, babe. You are the most amazing person that I've ever met. Like, honestly, she holds it down for me. I'm gonna be leaving my family for about a week and a half or so before before fight day, and so it's a little hard on me, because she's been holding it down, and she's been there for me, making sure that I'm on my diet, making sure that I'm on my weight cut, everything is okay, I'm healthy, I'm making sure that my body is up to par with everything, recovery, all that good stuff, and so she's really done a lot for me. Also want to give a shout out to my parents, my mom, my dad, my family. Big shouts out to Mike Dynasty Designs. That's my cousin Mikey's business as well. Also want to give a huge shout out to the Backseat Boys. They are the YouTubers, upcoming YouTubers as well. And just a major shout out to one of my meal prep company that's actually sponsoring me. Actually, two of them. Sorry, Herb and Wolf, and that's my cousin Sergio, and Alexis over at Saucy Meals. I truly appreciate you guys for keeping me healthy, and it means a lot to me. Thank you.
Now, you're fighting 145 pounds on this upcoming fight. What do you walk around weight?
I walking around usually at 160 to 155, but it varies. I did put on some weight after my surgery. only because I felt extremely weak, and I just, I really just wanted to grow up on something, And so I went up to like about 180, and I'm still, I cut all the way down now, so I'm back at a comfortable weight, and come a fight day, we're gonna be at 145, and I'm excited, because I feel more comfortable at that.
Do you see yourself in the future making down lower weight class?
Yes, sir. I don't mind, and also it's a challenge for me, and I love challenges. If I need to cut down to 135, and if there's anybody at 135 that needs a fighter for November, I'm more than happy to do that too. This time next year, Zhong, I'm looking to be pro, and so we're gonna make it happen, man. I'm really excited.
Hey, honor
Yes,
on me to watching an amateur make it to pro, make it to the big stage.
Yes, sir.
Good stepping stone for all the California fighters and Bay Area fighters. And I'm honored to helping people out to make it to the top. Awesome to have another new supreme up and comer, Rudy Perez. It's gonna be on August 20 card, so can't wait. I'll see you again.
Thank
you.
I appreciate it.
All right, signing out.
See ya.